Hello everyone, and welcome to the next episode of my hardcore KSP playthrough. We are in episode 4, I think. And yes, today, as promised in the last episode, we are going to the man for real this time, not like intentionally. And we're gonna get into orbit. We're gonna get the sweet money, and I hope we can unlock the tracking station after that and get to Minmus, because that's my goal for today. I'm not sure if we're gonna reach it, but let's not waste any more time and let's straight right into the VAB and let's launch the rocket we designed last time. Here it already is. So good, let's 1, 2, 3, it's all line staging correct, almost correct. Done. Save. Are you ready? That's what I would ask now. Okay, so let's just check once more if we have any contracts that have anything to do with the MUN, because if we do, then we can take 2 at a time. So something about science data around the MUN. The surface, the MUN. Let's just warp to sunrise a few times. So let's check. This is just useless. No, we don't have anything for the MUN right now. Doesn't really matter how much money do we get from this one. We get a lot of money. This is perfect. It is perfect. And yeah, so let's launch it. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you like it. And also, I'm making KSP animations. I'm like starting to get better in Blender, and if you're interested in that, also stick around. I'll be updating them as I go. So yeah. Now let's keep everything in check. I think we don't need full throttle for this. We should have, yeah, we have way, and we have enough thrust to weight ratio. Good. We don't need physics range extender right now. Let's launch. Let's turn, make a good turn so we can be more efficient in ascent. Let's boost a bit more so we can have more turning capability. And let's go down again. So I don't think we're gonna get this turned any further. Also, yes, I think I think that's like something I'm gonna do off camera. It's go around the KSC and just collect all the science that's possible. Okay, so stop. Stop. Good. So, yeah, we have perhaps this is way too high. But I guess that's gonna give us time until we are at the very high top of the apoapsis. We got 3,000 meters per second. Yeah, we're just gonna get into orbit, and to a fairly high orbit actually. And then I'm gonna wait for the MUN transfer. I've already forgotten how much it is. I think it's like 44 degrees, but I'm not gonna gamble on that one. I'm just gonna look it up. And perfect, because Kerbal Engineer I think has to be unlocked in the tracking station first. Good, so now let's warp a bit until we are done and dusted. So we are getting to apoapsis. Still have enough delta V to get us into orbit. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's start burning. Let's warp a bit more. Let's burn a bit more. Let's kind of go here. We're just slightly increasing the apoapsis. Now we gotta pull back a bit. Oh, we're not gonna have to pull back a bit, I guess. Let's see. Now we have no more fuel left. So, wonderful. So we are in orbit, fairly inefficiently, but I think we'll just be able to get into a high orbit around the Mun. If we get correctly. So I think it has to be like 45 degrees. So the Mun is here, and I have to be like in this bottom apoapsis, and then it should work, but I'm just gonna look it up. So wait a sec. So I've actually found nothing, but well, and then let's just gamble. I can revert to flight, to launch. I mean, and let's just go to apoapsis, and I think that's correct. If it's not, I'm fucked anyway. So good. I've overshot. Wonderful. Always love to see that. I hate it. I really hate it because it takes like time to fade. Like I hate it when the time warp is like so janky, to be honest. So I think now that's the time to burn. Good. Let's go prograde. Let's burn. Let's see if that gets me an encounter. Doesn't, well, I'm fucked. I can't even set that as target, so good, whatever. Let's try. As we don't even get indicated if it is a successful encounter, I'm just gonna warp there and I'm just gonna test. I just gotta test if I get into the SOI of the Mun. But it seems like I'm on a good track. That is very nice. Yes, yes, yes. This looks very good, very good. And not. Oh, stop. Good. So yeah, I'm in a fairly eccentric orbit. I'm just gonna burn at periapsis because it's most efficient. You've guessed. I just hope time warp magic doesn't fuck me this time. I think I'm just gonna use the mod right now. Time periapsis, and I'm gonna subtract 1 minute. Yeah, good, thanks. That's how I want time warp to work. For some reason periapsis is showing here right now, but I don't really know what's the point in that. So let's try and get into an eccentric orbit, because that's all we have to do. Yo, those orbit lines don't look sexy. It doesn't even say I'm in a Mun orbit. Like, when am I officially in a Mun orbit? May someone tell me? I mean, yes, it doesn't look like I'm on orbit. I don't see the SOI borders, so... oh, well, that's crazy. So, that's always the thing I always wondered, because when I was doing like a lot of gravity assist in the Joule system, and like, is it enough or not? Like, when do I get into Mun orbit? When does it say? I'm confused. This should be a Mun orbit, to be honest. Now orbit Mun, okay. Good. So I'm orbiting a Mun, wonderful. Maybe I can get some crew reports out of this, I don't know. I actually can go on space near the Mun. Can't transmit it, but well, let's just keep that. And yeah, let's take the short trip back. Let's go prograde again. And actually no, if I fly out right now, I'm gonna get boosted in this direction. I don't want to do that. I want to wait until I am in a much better position where I can now next pass. I want to get boosted. Let me just use my mod again, because I hate the Physics 4. So now if I get boosted out, I should be slingshotted back to Kerbin, if I'm not completely mistaken. So now let's do that. I still hope that works. Okay, it absolutely didn't work, but whatever. Let's swap to Apoapsis. Swap to. Let's go retrograde, that's what we want. I don't want to get another mana encounter. Still have 2000 meters per second left. I mean, if I knew the transfer angle for Minmus. I mean, we're terribly misaligned for Minmus. We could get flyby of Minmus. Which, you know what, I'm just not gonna get ahead of myself right now. We have built a rocket that is cheap enough. I'm not actually sure how much it costs me, but whatever. And let's try to land at the poles. I mean, at least that we can do. Let's go normal. And let's try to get a nice normal burn going. So until we're 45 degrees. Good. Wonderful. Oh, you just continue normal burning. Perfect. That's how it works. Wonderful. Because I want to land on the poles. This is what I want. Good. And now retrograde again. Should I just go straight slam dunk down on the poles? I'm kind of tempted to do that. But then my Kerbal could pass out. I mean, I'm not really fearing the heat, to be honest. Let's just do a soft air braking pass for now. Let's oh, actually, no. You have more re-entry heating, but then I'm just gonna burn off some of that re-entry heating. So we have a straight landing on the poles, I hope. We do it. Sure looks like it. Now, retrograde. Let me just I can't warp to Periapsis obviously because we don't have a Periapsis. And I just have to go slow time warp then, I guess. Can I go like can I instantly stop time warp like this? I can. Yes, I can instantly stop time warp. Thanks, mod, for providing me with things the stock game just can't. Now let's see, how high are we? How fast are we? Yeah, we're coming straight at the poles. Wonderful. That's my plan. High, we are pretty high. Not too high. We won't be overshooting them. Let's burn. I already have high G-forces. Let's already activate the parachute. The G-forces are going to pass Jebediah out. How much G-force do we have? Let's just take a look. 21 G. I mean, if that's not impressive, I don't know what is. And he has some steel bones in his body. To just wake up fine like that. I mean, so it wasn't for too long, so yes, I guess I'm not. It's survivable, but yeah. 21 Gs is hard. So we got the G-force high. And wow, there's the man. Where's the sun? It's gone, okay. I actually never was at the poles. And it looks really weird because it's just all monotone. So we can get out. We can take the experiments. Take data. We can take an EVA report. Save it. Certainly we can't place down a flag, can we? No, we can't. Sad. Let's grab, let's go up. Let's board. Let's take another crew report. Recover vessel. So went to orbit of the Mun. We returned to the poles. We should have probably taken some signs with us, so we could get at least the ones from the poles, but just from the Mun, we just need 300,000, and I'm gonna instantly spend that on tracking station. Yes, we got the money. 750 funds recovered. Heat shield, wonderful, good. 1 XP gained. Nice, very nice. So we got the money. We are going to do this. Yes, so that means nothing is now hindering us from going to Minmus. And also we have even more science we can spend. Let's see, this one's too high, but let's take a look at it. We got propulsion systems. This one is very nice. I think this is what I'm going to unlock next. But let's see. I think I'm gonna save science right now. And do we have solar panels already? No, we don't have them, do we? So I have to be careful I don't waste all my SAS power. When we get solar panels, we just get them there, man. That's expensive. Okay. Let's go to Minmus. I think we could just reuse our this rocket. I think we can just reuse it basically. It has perfectly 30 parts. I mean, we can strip it down a bit because we had a lot of Delta V left. But if you're gonna attempt a Minmus landing, however, we might need that. So we can put 2 science modules on there. What gives the most science? So Mr. Rigo definitely doesn't. At least that's what I think. And also we can't run, it doesn't really matter if you can run it multiple times. Let's just get a barometer and a thermometer. Does a thermometer really give more than the mystery gun? Doesn't say how much it gives. Well, I guess we're gonna find out. So, we got all our boosters. We could sacrifice some aerodynamics. I mean, like the fins. Come on, we don't need them. And let's put... I mean, I'm very sure the barometer gives the most science. I mean, of the ones we have right now. But what weighs less? Let's go mass. The barometer weighs. Environment sensor. Mystery goo. Yeah, let's do this, honestly. The difference is probably going to be negligible anyway, so let's not get hung up on those things. We're gonna surely fly to Minmus a second time. Although I would love to go to Duna. I mean, the contracts they push to go to Eve, which I think it does. Yes, it does take less Delta V to go to Eve than to Duna. But Eve is just kind of boring. Like, I don't know. It's you can't land. I mean, you can land, but you can't take off unless you're like a professional engineer or something. So yeah, let's save. We don't have action groups, do we? Well, it doesn't even say action groups. Well, good. Now it's not called unmanned, but Minmus manned. Yep. Minmus manned. We're just gonna figure out if we can land on Minmus when we're there. Like, I'm not really sure if we can, but if we can, we'll do it. If we can't, we won't. Let's leave for a second and let's check if we can get any contracts from Minmus, because right now I really don't want to waste any money. Let's see. A lot of tourists. Okay. Fly by the man, they all want me to go to the man, but I really don't want to go to the man. If I'm flying to Minmus, I'm basically just wasting 17,000 of my own money. Or I'll go to Man a few times. That is an interesting question. But these want to go over to Man. I mean, the money is it's there, but I mean, this, like, seriously, what do you expect? Fly by the man, and we just get that amount of money. I mean, this one, I mean, it's orbit around the man, fly by around the man, I know, orbit around. This one doesn't even want to go to the man. Let's see, this one wants to go orbit around Kerbin, suborbital flight, orbit around the man. Fly by the man, suborbital space flight. So a few of them want to fly by the man, a few of them want to orbit the man. And you could take those two, and yes, I think for now we just kind of have to stick to the contracts and, until we can do anything else. So I'm going to take those two contracts, and we're going to fly a man for a few times. So I kind of have to retrofit our vessel. If we're going to the man, but to be able to go man tourist. What? Tourist man. Save. So how much do we have? We have we need to get one flyby here, and one flyby here, one flyby. I need 3 flybys. That's okay. We can get 3 people in one, and 1 rocket plus pilot, of course. Gonna remove the science. We are going to postpone the parachute right now. And now we just have to get 1 on there, so let's take the monopropellant out. 1 and 2. Let this one on there. We just need 4, we have 3, perfect. Yeah, and then this is gonna be the last one. So you get this, and how many parts? We have 1 part left. Anyway, so we need to fly by this by the man. We have 1,000. What? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so we got 2,000, but in vacuum we get 5,000. So we can get this thing into orbit probably. Probably not, I don't know. And maybe we can get off those aerodynamics. And we can put 2 more boosters on there. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Let's put them to 80% all. You don't waste any thrust. Go to 80% now. Perfect, good. 80%, and hopefully this doesn't take too long. 80%, wonderful. Good, so we need those. We're gonna get a lot of delta V out of them. We are going to want to put some parachutes on there. But I guess straight up is not always most efficient. Let me try. Because I know it worked, I already did it, so... And I used way less delta V. So... I'm not gonna be boosting too up because I don't want aerodynamic drag to... I think that was a big part of the problem, that we had too much aerodynamic drag. And I want to eliminate that. And... Oh, I'm so stupid. I have to wait until the transfer window. Yes, of course. We have to wait until the man is setting. Yes. Or on the other hand, when it's setting basically. Because we rotate faster than the man rotates around us. So yeah, I feel like that is a good angle. Can we see the man? Where's the man? Can't even see the man. It's supposed to start on top of us. It's like here. There's the man. Wait. So I should wait until it's 5 degrees over the horizon. That's what it said. So ah, of course, it's a different reference frame. Yeah, so we actually have to wait until the man is rising. I'm just stupid. That's the thing. So let's wait until it rises. Yes, of course. I was thinking this whole thing too wrong. It's supposed to be rising. No, it doesn't make goddamn sense. It's supposed to be 45 degrees angle. I'm just gonna make it from... No. Okay. It's too much. Good. Now as I want to miss the man slightly to get a gravity assist and hopefully get into orbit. I'll launch right now. Get off the pad and then... Actually, let me try to keep the thrust to weight ratio consistent, so it's gonna be at... Now when it's... I want to try to keep it at around 2.5. And let's go... When it's going over 2.5, I want to reduce my thrust. So it's basically all, and now it's just solid rocket boosters. Let's go prograde. Yes. Wonderful. So oh, Apsis is doing okay. Like those pods, they really weigh a lot, like, I'm not gonna lie. Good, now let's try this. I still feel like it's not gonna work. I guess it's because we're burning too close to apoapsis. Can we have maneuvers right now, actually? Okay, you know what? Let's not do it. Good, so we are going to get into orbit first, and then launch into the MUN transfer. Good. I'm gonna initiate the gravity turn early, because else I'm not gonna be able to control the craft. Good, so the boosters are going to carry us the way, basically, because they have too much thrust to weight ratio, actually. So I don't want to waste any precious of fuel right now, and waste it to aerodynamic drag, since our drag is very high, since we don't have nose cones. But I think it'll be fine. I wonder if you could actually transfer, like, boosters, so I basically turn the thrust to 0 here, and I kind of transfer the fuel over, but I don't think that's possible. In my wildest imaginations, that is not possible. Decouple though, let's go prograde. Let's go check our apoapsis. So now we wait until our apoapsis is basically around, like over the atmosphere. For some reason we're not climbing high, because our thrust to weight ratio is really low on this thing. That's why it's so inefficient. Get it now. So, whatever. Now we're in orbit. An orbital camera, at least, orbital stuff. Let's wait until we are actually orbital territory. Perfect, but I think I'm gonna just continue burning. So it's gonna turn, let's turn. And let's do that. Wonderful. Good. I don't think you can decouple from map screen. That's also a thing I'd love to actually work. Good. So now we can go prograde basically, and because our engine doesn't have too much delta V, this is gonna get us into a perfect orbit. And we are we clear to call this orbit? Yes, we are in orbit. Wonderful. So orbit around Kerbin, orbit around Kerbin, orbit around Kerbin. So one of them empty again. So we have Jen and Kerman. So who are we missing? This one is also orbit around man. Okay, so we're not taking that. Good, so we have everyone inside there, everyone. Perfect. Now we don't have maneuver nodes, but we have the knowledge to go to the MUN, which means I have to burn when we get into a 45-degree angle, or around that, like now, for example. Now it's a good time to burn. Let's go prograde. We have 2000 meters per second. That should just be enough to make a flyby. So we're not gonna be able to get into orbit, that's fine. Hope we can get half decent color. Can we set it as target? We can. Oh, we're gonna almost miss it. Wonderful. We're gonna get it, and we're gonna, yeah, gonna be fine. Good. So 1,300 meters per second left. Whatever. Let's warp to SOI. We are now in MUN orbit. Oh, not MUN orbit. We are flybying. Fly and MUN orbit. Now we have taken a crew report. Okay. Now we are just going to warp to SOI again. Warp 2. And now we're going to burn retrograde. So we can go below. Yes. Now, let me... Can I warp here? No, I can't. And I want... Okay. Anyways, let's just... I'm gonna click the pause button here because I know I'm gonna start accelerating substantially. Also, our tracking station has much stronger connections, as you can see. And now let's stop. And so let's go. Let's burn that fuel. So, and once it overheats, we'll stop burning, of course. And then we're going to decouple. So now we're going to decouple. Oh, that was close. Let's also engage the parachutes already. So in case any of them go unconscious, we'll retain the control over the craft. This thing is pretty heavy. Let's just warp down the rest of the way. And yeah, parachutes deploying, drogue chutes deploying, normal chutes deploying, everything is deploying, everything is fine. This is perfect. We're going down. Is it just me, or do I have the feeling the water doesn't work? Ah, no, it's just there. Just very transparent. Good, so we are going down at perfect speed. And yeah, let's see. So we have less splashdown. I think we already have done a crew report right there, have we? We have. So let's recover vessel. And we should have gotten a lot of cash from that. Next. So we got a lot of money. That's very nice. So now I'm basically going to launch the exact same thing. And I'm just going to orbit it around the MUN this time. With different kerbals, right, of course. With Pabart. With Namund. And with Cami. And this time we're going to orbit it around the MUN. I think we still have enough Delta V to do that. Since we had quite a substantial amount. Good. And Jumbo, we're gonna handle that sometime. I'm just gonna do this one really quick, and because you've already seen it. So no reason to waste time. Same thing, we have to turn early on. Cut the engines and just let the solid rocket boosters do the trick for you. Prograde. Electric charge, we gotta monitor that too. It's all looking very fine. What's my physics settings actually on hyperwarp? It's what is it? 1.5. Well, that's very conservative. So stay right here. Good, so we are in orbit. Now let's just warp around so we have a good encounter with the Mun. Okay, we overshot it. Let's not do that again. So now, need a bit more. Now that looks like a good encounter. Actually, no, we need a bit, we're too far out. Yeah, we need a bit tighter angle. This is too tight, definitely. How about this? This one looks fine. Wonderful. Prograde. No, how stop time warp. Prograde and burn to the heavens. Gonna warp to SOI. Gonna go retrograde. I'm gonna warp to periapsis. Done. We have an orbit around the Mun. Now I'm literally gonna burn prograde right now and just go straight out again. No need to waste time. Good. And now let's warp to SOI. Go retrograde still. Get that thing back landed on the ground so we have enough delta V at least to smoothly get that thing on the ground. Very nice. So now we got a periapsis of around how much? Let's go for 37 kilometers, always nice. And let's honestly, how much is this? Periapsis is in 1 day, 31 minutes, so let's warp 1 day. Yeah, good. Now let's warp 20 minutes. 50 minutes, mate. Now let's warp 5 minutes. Now 5 minutes again. Okay. Now we're perfect. Sun is setting. But retrograde and burst that engine. Actually, it's not panic. Let's not go exactly retrograde. Let's go like this. We just want to reduce our vertical speed. No, our horizontal speed. No, not our vertical speed. That's the point. Okay, now we do want to go like this. So we now reducing our speed, which is very nice. And very soon we are going to be forced to detach. Else everyone's gonna die. Which is not an desirable outcome, of course. For many people, including me. Let's just warp, let's see. Now it's starting to overheat. I don't know why, honestly. It doesn't look too hot. Can we land with the engines? That'd be fun. Let me already deploy the parachute? Question mark? Oh man, we're gonna reach the KSC. Very nice, very nice. Decoupler question mark? Okay. So we are sticking together. Let's deploy the joke shoots. Okay, now it's separation. Wonderful. This thing is gonna continue on. And we are going to land safely. Which is exactly what we always want, because Kerbals are worth living. Many don't believe it, but it is true. Kerbals deserve to live. As crazy as it sounds. Good. Okay, that's a weird tangent. Anyway, to report, I think. Oh no, we haven't done that yet. Let's end time warp and let's recover. Damn, we're gonna make a lot of cash. So, but I think like the other contracts, it's just suborbital flight. I'm gonna do that off camera. It's not interesting for you. So I think we can safely end the video here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe and like the video. If you didn't, well, maybe try another one, and you may like it. And also, I'm making KSP animations, so if you're interested in that, also check out. I made a small teaser video of my first animation test, and if you're interested, also do subscribe. Anyways, on that note, if you're interested, subscribe, and we are going to see us again in the next video I make, probably in the next episode of KSP Hardcore Mode. So until then, have a nice day.